feeling guided to share a little bit of insider information as it pertains to readers. You might not know this, you may not, but if you're curious, stick around. Hi, my name is Angelica and I am an Ascended Master Healer. And really, that's just a fancy term given to me by my multidimensional self that explains and encompasses the vast array of spiritual work that I can facilitate within one's own field, within spaces, and within the collective. Above all else, I'm a human that has had many experiences, and I'm simply here to share. So with readers, psychics, and even healers, you want to keep in mind it's important that we're to know and to remember and to consider that we're all human, right? And being human, we all have, past emotional wounds, past traumas, right? We also have our own beliefs that may indicate certain restrictions or limitations that one might have. And this is important to consider because, you want to feel safe when you're with a reader or when you're with a healer, right? Another great thing to consider is finding a reader, a psychic, a healer that does their own work, that is committed and dedicated to doing their own internal shadow work on a regular basis. And the reason is because we want to feel safe. We're going into a very intimate and very sacred space with someone who we trust. And we don't want to feel like we're being bombarded with someone else's wounds or unresolved trauma when we're in that space. Part of the reason I share this is because something similar happened to me. I went into a very, what I thought was going to be safe space with someone that I wanted to learn from, and they were telling me, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. And looking back, I realized they were just projecting onto me their own limitations and beliefs. So in this time of Great Awakening, in this time of the Age of Aquarius, or however you want to look at it, in this time, it's so important that we have discernment. In this time, it's so important that we have standards and criteria for, who we are allowing into our space, to read our space, and, having standards for how they are showing up, right? And if somebody doesn't want to show up in that way or isn't doing their internal work, okay, that's maybe not the person for you. As a facilitator of this type of work, it's very sacred, very intimate for me. And so it's very important for me to show up to this type of work being a clear conduit for others. So something to consider.